I know it sounds like a Z. Zol, yeah, Zol Fury TV, there you go, like a soul. What advice would you have for someone like myself trying to get into content creation, broadcasting? You have a wealth of experience. I think he means me. What has been something that's helped you succeed throughout the years? Well, Zol, it's... I think, without in any way wanting to sound condescending, I think the modern youth of today, as my mother would say, is incredibly lucky to have so many platforms on which to operate and to have the internet and the technology that goes with it to do shows like this even. Because that never existed in my day, if that's the right phrase. All we had was a typewriter or a telex machine or a fax machine or a computer in which we wrote, or a camera with which we took photographs, stills. Now that's different. We can all take video and we all have these platforms. We can create our own TV stations called YouTube channels or Twitch channels. So you've got a massive advantage over all the broadcasters and creative media people of the last 100 years, really, a huge advantage. So what you then you say, okay, that's fine, but are many people doing that? And how do I do something differently? And how do I make it work commercially? And how do I make it bigger and better every passing year? Well, the answer to that, I think, is what Jim Clark told me when I was a kid, which is if you want something badly enough and you're really passionate about it, never, ever give up. You'll make it. And that's hitting 1,000 bunker shots so that when you've got to hit one under pressure, actually you hit it pretty well. And it's constantly doing stuff, getting better all the time, hard work. Often you feel as if you're just talking into cyberspace and nobody's listening or watching. But every minute in which you are doing something constructive or creatively will add up, and it'll all have an effect at some point. So never give up. Never ever stop. Be passionate about it. Do not do something because you think it's going to make money or because other people are doing it or because it's fashionable or because you think other people may like it and think it's funny or sad or whatever it is. Do it because you want to do it and do it because it's what's passionate. It's a bit like selling sponsorship in motor racing. There are plenty of books on how to go out and sell sponsors, sell motorsport to sponsors, potential sponsors. But ultimately, it comes down to one thing, being passionate about what you want to do and what you want to achieve. When you get into that meeting and you're talking to the man who potentially can sign the check, what he wants to see is your commitment to the sport that you love and what you're going to be helping him achieve in that sport. And he's buying into your passion as much as he's buying into the business model or the logic of what you're selling. There's lots of data out there, all of which is usable, none of which is particularly difficult to get hold of these days. The difficult thing is the ongoing passion and understanding, and respect for the past, I think, comes from that as well. I think that's something that I would always recommend, is respect for the past. As much as you can learn about the past in motorsport, the great drivers, the great cars, the great circuits, the great years, it all adds up to a meaningful whole that is part of your passion. So that's what I would say. And just enjoy what you do. As long as you're enjoying it, you think you will know that you've got the passion right. The minute it's not enjoyable, you've got to look inside yourself and say, what am I doing wrong here? Am I worrying too much about what other people are saying about me, for example? I mean, that's one of the downsides of modern social media, is that it's very easy for people to write negative comments, to post negative comments, and you then at that moment have to say, well, 3 people here have all been really negative about what I've just done, but I'm not doing it for them, I'm doing it for me. I'm doing this because this is what I believe in, and that's what I want to say, and that's the way I want to say it. And that's the way you have to be. And don't read the comments would be my advice on that. Unless it's something like this, where it's all very nice people making lots of really intelligent comments and asking intelligent questions, a completely different thing. I'm just talking about these people, these faceless people that make comments, YouTube videos and stuff. So that would be it. So here we go. And you kind of, you've got a second, solo